Today we're installing ladder chains on a small tractor. And the first thing you do when you get it is you want to lay them out with the hooks facing downward, because that's how you want to put it onto the tire. Lay them out. Get all the hooks facing in the same direction. You're looking for twists. And they all look evenly. There's no tangles or nothing that's on this chain right now. So now we're going to put this onto the tire. We're going to put the long bar fastener onto the outside of the tire. The C-hook goes on the inside of the tire. Okay, so now we're putting the chain on the tire. We want to make sure that the hooks, the fingers on the hooks, are facing away from the tire. You don't want the fingers digging in. So if you make a peace sign with your fingers, make it looking like a hook, you want your nails facing away from the tire. And you want to get the chain to lay evenly on the tread as good as you can, and get it to lay in the center of the side chain as much as you can. So the first connection you're going to make is on the inside. You're going to take the C-hook and put it into the side chain. Now, one of the things about doing this C-hook is if you overdo it, then the chain's going to lay at an angle on the tire. So you want it as tight as possible, but you really don't know how tight that will be until you actually make your connections on the outside. All right, so the outside connection is going to be with on this type of chain, the long bar. You want to put it through the side chain, like so. A lot of people think that's where they end with putting it on. That's not what you do. This bar is designed, and it's long, so you can lever it backwards upon itself and make it tight. But this is too loose. So we're gonna move it back one link, lever it back on itself. And you can just feel and see the tension that we're building up with it. Then you take this little hook here, and as you're folding it back, hook it into the side chain like so. And as you can see, when you're using this fastener, if you had a bigger or a fold over type fastener like we put on a truck chain, you'll wind up with a larger gap here. So you're able to close this gap up. And you could probably even close this further if I would have moved this last cross chain over this piece of tread right here. As an optional tensioner, we have the springs, and the springs are all steel. And on the end of the spring, you have a dog snap, so you can adjust the length. So if you move this up, you're going to tighten the circle, which makes it tighter. So you can adjust the tension that you can put on the tensioner by adjusting the circumference of the chain. So this will snap right over the side chain, and you want to form a hexagonal pattern, or as good a even pattern as you can, so it draws it evenly for tension. The purpose of a tensioner is that what happens as you drive, the chain gets loose, it'll settle between the lugs, the side chain can stretch because it's not hardened, it's designed to give if you get hung up on something. The cross chain is hardened, but if they do become loose, you could wind up losing a chain or wrapping it around your axle or just making your life tougher. So best thing you can do is put a tensioner on,